Hi guys, welcome to this short video about how you can get most information from windy.com, from this free website about hurricanes, especially when you live in an area where a hurricane is approaching. I try to show you as much as I can in as short time as I can. So we start with windy.com and then go to the area where you are. If Windy is able to access your location, then I think your location will be in the center. Otherwise, you just move it around with your mouse. Then here on the right top, we have the hurricane information. So I'm really concentrating here just on hurricanes. There are a lot of videos about other things, but here I just want to show you the hurricane information. So we click on that and so get a list of all the current hurricanes or invest areas on the left side. So you can click here, then it will center where the hurricane is. Really nice. Click here, and so on and so on. And here, of course, at the moment I'm concerned about this area. That's Tropical Depression 10, which is supposed to become a hurricane. So we already have quite some information here, but of course we want to know how it will be or how it could be in our area, which is Tampa Bay. So we zoom in here a little bit with the mouse wheel. So for example, I click here on this area. I could go closer, then I get more locations. For example, Reddington Shores. So I click on that and then I get the detailed weather information here. Here in the basics we have almost everything, but we can choose what we want. I'm going to show you that later. What's also important is the model. Here we have the ECMWF, that's the European model. Then we have the American model, but we have also some other things, I think French model and so on. HRRR. So instead of clicking on all the models after each other, you can also click on compare, but then the map will disappear. But you get an idea here when the storm will come and how the models are agreeing. You can see here where the red is, of course, the highest wind speed. And so you can see that most models are agreeing. There is not a single model which doesn't have high wind speeds on next Wednesday. So we close this here again. If you want to see the map and all the different models at the same time, you can do that by clicking, for example, on the wind here, and then you get a comparison of the wind data of all the models here, including the map. Here you can see we have the NAM model, GFS, the European, and so on and so on. And we can see also the agreement here. Very nice. So now it gets a little bit tricky, but not too tricky. It's very important to have some background information, and that's the reason why I want to make this video. So this chart is really nice, but it's a little bit confusing or even misleading. So this needs a little bit of background information. So we have two possibilities. We can select the type of data which we want. Of course, we stay with the wind, and we still have the choice of the model. So here we are on the HRRR, and usually what we want to do, we want to move this slider. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to move this slider to the right side. And as you can see, this ends here on Monday 7 p.m. and there's no way we can go to this area, but actually we want to see here on the map when the center is closed. So why can't we do that? It's because the HRRR model is ending here. You can see that we have a divider here. On the left side it's saying HRRR, and on the right side it's saying GFS. And so for everything on the right side of the divider, for all the models which are not capable to provide any data, the GFS model is used. That's a little bit crazy. So we actually have here not 6 models. You could think, okay, we have 6 models here. We have agreement with 6 models. No, actually we have only 4 models. So I think this is a little bit sad or bad what they are doing. It could a little bit confuse people and mislead them. So I hope they can delete this data which is not real data or duplicate data in the future. So what we have to do, of course, when we want to move the slider to the right side, we have to choose a different model which is covering the whole area. That's, for example, the GFS or the European model. Now you can see we can slide this to the right side where we have this red area, and now we have the center of the hurricane much closer. Maybe I can push it a little bit back, but I think in this area we will have the highest wind speeds. And now we have very important information. We can see from where the wind is coming at this high speed. We can also go a little bit back and see how it's developing. Unfortunately, we cannot play that. We have only, I think we have only the play button in the premium version. So if you are interested in more information, it's maybe worth to pay the $20 for the premium for an annual subscription. But we can still see that the majority of the high wind is coming from the southeast. That's important for homeowners. So you need to protect the windows mostly from the south side, but of course, to be safe, it's also good to protect them from the west and from the east. And if you want to be 100% sure, then also from the north, because the track could be at the end on the east side, and then we have some strong north wind. Of course, we have much more information here. For example, also the waves. If you are worried about high waves at the shore, you can use this one here. And we also have meteorograms and much more. If you need much more information, then I highly recommend to go with the premium. That's $20 per year. And there you have much more possibilities. For example, the swell level, also the tidal currents at a specific time, and much more, which could be very interesting to plan ahead. Yeah, here we have also the wind waves. You can see how close the large waves will come to the shore. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Definitely not a big deal. As a recapitulation, we click here on hurricanes to see all the tracks. Then we go to the area of interest. We click here, then we get this data. We click on wind. We click on model, which covers the whole time window here. And then we have already really nice overview of all the models. So we see all the details needed. So that's it for now. I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments or better solutions, maybe there's an easier way to access this data, maybe a better website or so. If you have something, then just let us know down in the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.